It's cold out there. Yeah. Let me see what the actual weather is up here in Toronto. What's going on, guys? Appreciate you guys joining me on this late night. Let's see what the weather is right now. Let's see. Minus 16. So it's not nice. And that's minus 16 Celsius, not Fahrenheit. I believe Fahrenheit would be 4 degrees Fahrenheit is what it would be. Yeah, so this is the second Locky late night that I'm doing. And yeah, it's more so just a shoot the shit type of pod. Yeah, I mean, half an hour. I don't want to go too long. Depends on the night. Like tonight, I'm only going to do a half hour because I want to get back to taping and all that shit. But yeah, um, I don't mind doing these things. I want to shoot the shit with you guys. I'm surprised to even pull in like 20, 30 people 1 a.m. on a fucking, what is it, Tuesday? Wednesday. We had a long weekend up here in Canada, yeah. So it's Wednesday morning. Yeah, just wanted to hop on, see what's good with you guys. I tweeted it out the other day, 2 days ago now, that I was just getting into this, like whatever the equivalent of writer's block is for guys that do predictions and breakdowns. That's kind of what I was hitting, and that's kind of weird because I was like, I broke my losing streak, which was, thank God, praise Jeebus for that shit. I really needed the dub this past weekend, and I feel like I'm making the necessary adjustments. And then I just ran into this wall. Then I spent Valentine's Day obviously with the wife on Sunday, and then Monday, um, I don't know. I just couldn't get the fucking gears going. You know what I mean? I was well rested. We had the day off from work and shit, so I just couldn't get going. So I just took the rest of the day. I just burned, sat back and just chilled the fuck out. Like went for a small walk, then binge watched like Parks and Recreation or some shit, and then just got my shit together. And then today, I just been going at it. I haven't recorded anything today, but I did complete all of my graphics that I use for the podcast. I finished that, and then uh, and then I've gotten through about 3 fights today. I think I have about 5 already posted on the Patreon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 7 posted on the Patreon actually, which leaves 8 more to go. We got a crazy amount of cards. I'm not gonna lie, a part of me was like, I'm hoping that we lose a fight or 2, but not this week. Maybe closer to the weigh-ins, we'll probably lose some, but that's what I think the UFC is just doing now, kind of just moving forward and booking 15, maybe even 16 fights a card, expecting a couple of them to drop off. So, good on them for trying to make the adjustments. But then there's going to be nights like, what Saturday is looking like, which is where we're going to get 15 fights or some shit, right? So looking forward to that. But yeah, it's been a tough time really trying to dig into it. So today I've gotten through, I just wrapped up fuck, Shauna Dobson versus Casey O'Neill. I won't have a bet on that. The only way I think I would is if Casey was a dog, but I don't like the line is starting to move towards Dobson a bit. But again, I just don't want to bet on a fight like this where, Casey O'Neill hasn't really fought the best competition thus far. I mean, she's 5-0. She's getting the push. I know her manager as well, and he does a good job of getting his fighters fights at UAE Warriors. I'm sure you guys have been, if you guys are balls deep into MMA, you would have seen them streaming every now and then. But Dana was at, I believe that they did looking for a fight, and they just did it at the most recent one with Khabib. But yeah, this guy that I work with, he gets most of his guys to go compete over there. He has a great relationship with them, and then within a fight or two, they're in the UFC. So this Casey O'Neill chick is just no different, and she trains out of Tiger Muay Thai as well too. So decent camp. I'm not the biggest on Dobson, but I want to see a little bit more from Casey O'Neill before I'm like, all right, this chick is worth pushing or pulling the trigger for. And then the other fight that I got through was Danny Chavez and Jared Gordon. That's another one that's like highly Highly debated this week. A lot of love coming in for Chavez. I think he opened as a slight dog as well. Let me see if I can pull that up. Yeah, Danny Chavez opened up at plus 120 on 5 times. Now he's all the way down to minus 145. I'm expecting the line to get a little bit wider as well. So if that's the case, I might have to put a little bit of money on Mr. Jared Flash Gordon, as I think this is a good matchup for him. And I think it's going to be a more so of almost a y'all must have forgot type of moment slash, you know, quick triggers on guys that have only had like one or two UFC fights. And I think that's what we get with Chavez is a guy who, goes out there, has a great performance against TJ Brown, but TJ Brown didn't really approach that fight in the necessary way to beat a guy like Danny Chavez, who is heavily reliant on his calf kicks. And you see, like in his first round, he's the one kind of moving forward. He's the one landing his calf kicks, and the damage is already done by the time the second round comes around. And TJ Brown's like, you know what? I perform much better when I'm moving forward. And, we saw that happen. We saw Chavez kind of get backed up, but the damage was already done. He was able to stuff the takedowns. But I think that Jared Gordon being that guy that's always just moving forward, that's gonna be Jared Gordon this time. I think he's gonna be the one moving forward right off the bat, not let Chavez get comfortable and kind of just take this guy down over and over again. If you guys go back and watch his fight or Donnie Chavez's fight with fuck Chavez, no, not Chavez, duh, obviously not Chavez. Um, Anderson Hutchinson. That was a while ago. I understand that there's not a lot of tape available on Danny Chavez, but I do think that that fight is a good indication of what happens when he's not the one dictating the pace like he did in the first round. And Jared Gordon, what I mean? He has cardio, in my opinion. He has the ability to just keep chugging forward. And I think if he puts that pace on Danny Chavez right off the bat, he's really going to start to wilt on or start to wear on Chavez. And we'll see Jared really start to pull away with it. My throat is just so raspy right now. I'm sure you guys can understand. So yeah, those are the two plays I have so far. Since you guys are joining me nice and late already, I'll let you guys know that I'm probably going to look to lock up blades inside the distance. I don't have any access to it on the main platforms that I use right now or main bookies I use right now. So once that gets released, I'll probably hit that. It's around minus 175 right now. But yeah, I'm definitely going to hit blades inside the distance. I was thinking about the blades and Vieira parlay. I just feel a little bit dirty if I did that. I don't know why. It seems like the no-brainer, but I definitely trust Blades to go out there, get this fight to the ground repeatedly, and then pull off a submission victory of his own. A submission or a TKO. Let's see. Well, they do have props, so let's see. Blades by submission is plus 950. I think that's a little bit outrageous. And then Blades by KO minus 145. I would take a little bit of a flyer at Blades by sub, but my main play is going to be the inside the distance. I'll get to the chat soon, guys. I just want to. I'm sure you guys understand. Yeah. So I got a lot of other fights to get through still. Again, I taped 3 of them today. I'm not going to record any of them today because I just want to tape. And then tomorrow, tomorrow I'll start getting into the actual tape of these actually recording these fights. These breakdowns. God damn, get shit together. Yeah, so those are the spots I'm looking at hitting. There's a couple other fights I'm kind of interested in taping to see if anything comes of them. One of them being the Emmers and Skelly fight. I don't know. Emmers leaves a little bit to be desired, at least from the experiences that I've had betting on or against him. And Skelly's a dog. You know what I mean? Kind of surprised he's at plus 200, but again, I haven't run the tape, so I could be just completely missing something there. Arosa versus Landwehr looks interesting. I think minus 150 on Arosa is not too bad considering he will probably be the more technical guy on the feet, will have the size advantage, I believe, and the reach advantage. Should be able to keep Landwehr on the outside. Again, Landwehr, one of those guys that just trudges forward, throws winging bombs. Again, I got to tape that again, but that's just off of memory. I feel like Arosa around to pick him is a solid spot. close against Pena. I'm leaning close, but again, he doesn't really do anything that blows your hair back. Um, but he could bring a game plan that could stifle Luis Pena, who's been very underwhelming, and is especially with having a submission loss to a guy like Worthy, it leaves a little bit of a bad taste in my mouth. Not to mention, I'm pretty certain that I lock of the nighted Luis Pena that night. But if Worthy is going to give him trouble, I feel like Close could absolutely give him trouble as well too. So I got to watch. I got to run the tape on that before I can run away and say exactly that. Christelkis minus 160. I saw you guys talking about it in the chat a little bit. Personally, I think I'm going to wait for minus 150. If he gets to minus 150, I'll probably take a 1.5 unit shot on him. He's down to minus 157 on Sportbet. Let's see what my bookies. Let's see what Coolbet is saying. Shout out to Coolbet. Where do we got it? Christelkis minus 154 on Coolbet. I'll wait a little bit more, and then I'll probably pull a trigger on him. But yeah, I think he's a solid spot here. I may also be betting on Jarlovsky, and I know that's not going to be a popular pick this week, so I'm fully expecting to get all the shit rained down on your boy. But I'm not impressed with what I've been seeing from Aspinall as of late, and there's a lot of question marks regarding that guy. All right, let's see. Let's get into the chat here. Holy crap. You guys lit it up. Shit. Pete the Heat coming through. Appreciate you, buddy. God damn. MMA Genie's in here. Z's MMA is in here as well. Locky Late Night. Get it right. Maybe some merch coming. Nevro's in chat. What's going on? Danny Legs likes under 1.5. I believe he's talking about the Olenek fight. That's not a bad spot. Dustin Nolta saying Aspinall under 1.5. I think the only person we're gonna get getting that finish under 1.5 would be Aspinall. So why not just take Aspinall inside the distance? I think this fight gets dragged later than that, though. I don't know if Arlovsky really, he doesn't really commit to his shots 100% now in terms of trying to land like a huge bomb. And he's been kind of low output. But my questions around Aspinall are what is his cardio like? And if he doesn't put away a guy like Arlovsky, how is he going to sustain that over 15 minutes? Factually and historically, we haven't seen anything that backs that statement up. So if you're buying in at minus 240, you're leaving a lot to potential. And also another angle I'll say about that is if you're backing Aspinall here, you got to believe he has power similar to Francis Ngannou and Jairzinho Rosenstrike, as those are the last guys in the last 4 years to knock him out on the feet. Now, if he takes Arlovsky down, I'd be a little bit surprised. And if he finished him via ground and pound as well, I'd be surprised. But yeah, Aspinall under 1.5. If you're backing Aspinall, I think that's the spot. Yeah, background looks dope, eh? I thought going with the Locky late night theme, I'd just leave all the other lights off. This looks dope. I wish it was a little bit more in focus, but I don't know. What can I do? You guys know what the fuck the signs are. Z says, if you get one more neon sign, it'll look like a halo. Maybe I'll get one. Maybe I'll get one that makes a crown. That would look dope, eh? Nick West is saying, don't bet on debutants fights. Got a good point there. Justin Jr. is saying plus 155 for Daukus in round 1. Not a bad spot. I feel like I'd want a little bit more there. Casual is saying tapers block. Even worse when you're watching the tape, but you just can't get a feel for the fights. You can't find that exactly. That's like even like when I'm watching the tape, I was just so through it. Even trying to get my graphics done, I just couldn't get it going. So I'm just like, let me take a step back. Astrid could be Chris has to KO him immediately if Olenek chip him over Gordon has 0 chin. Chavez's power Aspinall will be too fast for Michelle Lusky and Blaze with ground and pound Lewis. I'll try to just quickly rebut some of those ones that I disagree with. Gordon has zero chin against guys that are like Joaquin Silva or Joaquin Silva, the Diego Ferreira, the fucking Charles Oliveira. Like Chavez, most of his game is revolved around getting that leg kick going. And if he's not able to get it going right off the bat, it's going to be interesting. Aspinall's speed, yes, his speed does worry me a little bit early here. But yeah, at the current odds, I'd kind of side with Arlovsky. Average Joe was right on the money as well. I do believe that Chavez gasses. We do see him give up his back foot a little bit more in later in that fight against TJ Brown, who he already has battered. You know what I mean? Jared Gordon is a dog. He's going to move forward at all times, and he's going to catch up with Chavez, and Chavez will slow down. So yes, that's why I like him. Not sick, just a little bit up there, if you know what I mean. Plus, I'm trying to keep it a little bit down. Got the wife sleeping in the other room and shit. Z's MMA knows what I'm talking about. I just want to like get through these comments quick so that I can catch up to the live. My guy is saying, "What's up from Hungary?" That's my guy, the Barrow Zone. I'm trying to remember. I don't know why I can't remember the other name that I used to go by. But yeah, shout out to my guy, the Barrow Zone. Sharp dude. I am talking under the covers. MMA casual over 1.5, not a bad spot. I kind of like that. Sorry, I'm just trying to get through this. Let me catch up. All right, let's catch up. God damn. You guys are out here tonight. Chris Bradford saying anybody in Houston, there's no power, no water, there's no joke. Damn. You guys got it rough down there. It seems like, well, yeah, obviously that climate's now built for the shit that Canada has to go through, or the northern states, I should say. Appreciate the nod there, Astrid. Are we fading Phil Hawes this week? So I picked Hawes, my podcast. That was one that I recorded when they initially started to fight. I feel like Imavov is slightly flawed in striking defense range, so I think that we'll see Hawes actually bomb on him. But I do want to give a shout out to my guy AJ's MMA Betting, who put out an article today, and one of the more overlooked aspects is something that he brought up. It was his third point, where he's talking about how much should we really invest in standing KOs and the possibility of it, because if it doesn't transpire, then who's the better fighter? And I feel like it does have some merit in this fight here against Imavov and fucking Hawes. And I feel like Hawes will still be able to catch this guy, but I don't like last time around. I think I bet the round one. It was like plus 250, I think it was, but I don't think I'll be doing it this time around. You know, he's absolutely right about that, and it's something that I've like looked into a lot before as well too, right? And the one that comes to mind the most is the Matt Schnell and Tyson M fight. Like if you guys watch my actual breakdown for it, I picked Schnell, and then for some reason through the week, my mind just changed for some dumbass reason, and we saw exactly Schnell go out there and do what I thought he would, because a lot of people just put this automatic thing that a guy's going to go out there and knock the guy out in the first round. Chaos Williams, you know, the Louis Cosi, like there's just guys, Rodolfo Vieira, not even a knockout, but you're expecting a specific outcome. Like, okay, if he can't get that first round sub, what's he got left? So yeah, shout out to my guy AJ's MMA Betting, who's actually, you know, put it out in like a statement form. Nobody's really addressed it like that in the past. G Extra, what's going on, buddy? Again, you guys are just killing it. Locky is definitely a little medicated, and that's the point of this Locky late night show. It's a PG-13 rated R show. Hammering Hog is saying thoughts on Licton win. Derek Lewis couldn't put him away in the first, and Dawkins is no Derek Lewis. Correct. The difference in that fight, though, is Derek Lewis just relies on raw power and like Francis Ngannou type striking to get you out of there, whereas Chris Daukaus much crisper on the feet, much slicker striking, straight shots down the middle, speed and power. That's the difference. So I feel like he'll be a little bit more pinpoint accurate with the strikes than a guy like Derek Lewis was, and I think he moves a lot better than Derek Lewis as well too. So he should be able to stay away from the takedowns. I mean, this is potentially speaking. I think he will be. He's shown decent takedown defense in the past. And again, he's like 220 something. Like he's very slim for a heavyweight, and that's a point he's been trying to address. So I think that's yeah, that's why I like Daukaus here. And I'm waiting for that minus 150 line. That's where I think I'm going to go off for a unit and a half. Average Joe is saying, I think Hawes is good enough to win a decision since he has been training at Sanford. That doesn't mean anything in terms of like seeing it actually play out. I feel like he's always going to have cardio issues, and there's those fighters that will always have cardio issues. And I'm not saying that every fighter is just locked down and won't ever get better with cardio. I think the most notable one that I can remember is Darren Stewart. You know what I mean? He had absolutely horrible cardio against, or at least early in his UFC career, and against Julian Marquez, who eventually put him out with like a no hooks rear naked choke, if I remember correctly. But he's definitely improved his cardio. So can Phil Hawes? I just don't see it. You know what I mean? I don't think we will, but I do think he's live enough to at least get that first round knockout. Let's see what they lined it at now. Oh, weird. Why don't they have the oh, there it is. Phil Hawes in round one. Well, Phil Hawes inside the distance plus 115. Phil Hawes in round one plus 230. And then obviously Phil Hawes KO is like plus 125. Yeah. I'm gonna stay away from that fight at this point in time. Let's see. I'll get to it. Yes, Hammering Hog is right. Elenik is also 43. Let's see. Genie's saying, hear me out. Lewis wins round 3 plus 1700. Lewis wins round 4 plus, it should be more than that. If it gets delayed, the brand's draw from Buffett. I do agree with that. When I initially broke this fight down back in November when they were fighting, I did like completely say, Blades is going to win this fight up until the point he gets knocked out. So I ended up picking Lewis that time. This time I'm going with Blades, as I felt like at that time I was reading a little bit too much into Volkov, making him huff and puff late in that fight. Like if you watch that fight, Volkov is, definitely has better cardio than Curtis Blades. Oh, sorry, than Derek Lewis. And he was making Curtis Blades work a lot more than Derek Lewis is going to make him. Like Derek Lewis is almost a fish off of his back until he says, fuck it, I'm going to get up and then I'm going to throw my couple bombs. If I land and knock you out, great, I win. If I don't land, then you're going to take me down. Then we're going to keep doing it. But the difference here is like, this is Curtis Blades, the much better ground and pounder. I feel like the Volkov fight might give some people that image that he's a gasser now, but I don't think that's true. It depends on the opponent he's going up against, and here he's going up against Lewis, who again has been his guard easily passed and can get mounted. This is going to be the heaviest top wrestler we've seen him fight since Daniel Cormier, but this is heavyweight. And this is Derek Lewis. This is a guy who has the most amount of, or the most knockouts or finishes in the UFC in the heavyweight division. So is he live for it? Yeah. So for some fun sprinkles like that, round 3, round 4, I don't mind that either. But I think Blades could get this done even earlier as well. Hammering Hog is saying he's a big fan. Keep doing what you're doing and following your passion. Appreciate it, Hammering. Means a lot. I'm this close, guys. I am this close to dropping my resignation letter into my 9 to 5 just so I can do this shit full time. Like financially, I feel secure now to the point that I can do that, where I can just full-fledged chase this like content creation, handicapping dream of mine. and be free of that 9 to 5, and I'm right there. I'd be surprised if past March that I'd still be at the 9 to 5. That's a soft goal that I'm setting for myself, and given how well things are going as of late, even with, like, a couple of losing weeks, like, especially that 4-week fucking stretch where the only good thing was my Marina Rodriguez pick and her by KO, things have still been going very, very well, and I know I'm a sharp dude. I just gotta sharpen the knife a little bit more. Bu 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 Jeannie saying, "Are you profiting this year?" Officially tracked, no, but I've been hitting some crazy props lately that definitely have me a little bit up. But like officially tracked, no, I'm not up at all. I'm down a little bit, not a little bit, a good chunk because the year started off pretty shitty. Minus 12.13 units so far. Um, Obviously, this last event was a huge win, but um, I need to keep it sharp. I really fucked up at the beginning of this year, but we keep it going. I've definitely gone through worse in the past. Tristan Schuerhouse, I should say, Rodolfo Vieira this weekend with the major cardio issues. Yeah, that's my concern about fucking Tom Aspinall. What if he doesn't put away Arlovsky and he's just starts huffing and puffing late? Like, you can't say we have anything historically we can look back on outside of the one fight that we have tape on where he went to the second round and he got tapped by a heel hook. Like, there's a lot of question marks, guys. Pumbaa, those kind of explosive firewall get cardio problems unless they radically change their fighting style. Yeah, even if Felahaz went out there and actually started seeking takedowns, I still think the amount of energy that he exerts in that realm, his cardio is still going to catch up to him. Let's see. LW, what's going on, buddy? That's a day one right there. That's a day one right there. He actually created this logo, and he created my first ever logo as well too. I have a couple of hats that have those on it, and I think I sent some out as well too for free to some followers. I gotta do a giveaway again. Pumbaa's asking how much is a unit for me right now. Right now, I have $100 per unit. Jeannie is asking what my 9 to 5 is. Do not mind sharing that. I work for a mechanical licensing company up here in Canada. What that basically is it's in the music industry, and we're pretty much the middleman between publishers and record labels. And we just make sure that the record labels are paying the publishers their royalties on a quarterly basis. So it's a lot of like data entry shit, but like the variables I'm working with are like songs and stuff. So it's pretty cool to see like how songs are split up and all that. Hammering Hog, what don't you like your job? Is it just work politics? It's not that I don't like my job. Like I love the fact that I get to work from home now because of COVID and shit. But I just want to, like, I'm making enough money just off of all the stuff that I'm doing, like through YouTube and through Patreon and all the appearances and stuff that I make. I'm making enough money where I can, I don't have to sacrifice sleep, where I don't have to where I can spend time with my significant others. Because more often than not, I'm in this room, you know, 80% of the week. And that's working from home as well as doing my MMA shit. So I want to do it. I feel like it can only do good things for me mentally as well, too. Average Joe. Blade's going 5 with Volkov, but it's cardio and confidence, and will TKO Lewis since he's pissed off everybody's calling him boring. Same thing happened to Lewis. Yeah, good point there. But I also do think that like the ground and pound is going to be a little bit too much for Lewis. Also, again, I pointed it out earlier in the stream, plus 950 for the submission prop. I think that's worth a little bit of a poke, considering we could see an arm triangle situation here. And we did see DC submit him as well. So if DC could do it, I think Blades could do it as well. Ben is asking, do I see Vieira finishing Yana? I don't think so. I think we'll see more of like a Sajar Eubanks type fight where except Vieira getting the better of it the entire time. Clint is on fire so far. Yeah, he's done with the first couple events just like I did, but he's been doing pretty good as of late. He's a dog hunter, that's for sure. Pumbaa Aspinall's Cage Warriors Freds are raising some questions. Yeah, dude. Again, I don't know how people can. I've made the mistake in the past before, so yes, I'm guilty of it too. But I feel like I've learned from it, which is why I'm not betting Aspinall on the spot because there's too many question marks. Gunny sharing some inspiring shit for Jeannie there. LW, I appreciate it, buddy. I got to get in his DMs more. That's my dude right there. Hammering Hog, yeah. Dude, working from home is awesome, and it's really allowed me to take this to the next level as well too. You know what I mean? Like, I was commuting, like, 3 hours a day to and from work, and then I'd come home, then I gotta tape study, then I gotta record, then I gotta do all this other shit. So, yeah, working from home has definitely allowed me to take this to the next level. GXer is saying, "My Raptors beat Giannis tonight." I heard I heard we were pretty hefty dogs as well. I gotta again, that's another thing. If once I leave the 9 to 5, focusing on not focusing, but giving more attention to the NBA and the Raptors is definitely something I wanna do. I'm, you know, I used to be a huge NBA fan before coming over to MMA, 10 or so years ago, maybe 13 years ago now. Holy shit, can't believe it's been that long. But yeah, I used to be balls deep. I could tell you every player on every single team from starting to the 12th man and every head coach and assistant coach. That's how I am with NBA or MMA now. Yeah, Average Joe asking the question that everybody's asking this week. Why is a female fighting the co-main event? Like, so for the pay-per-view, they had another female fight. They had Alexa Grasso against Macy Barber, but it was obvious they're pushing Macy Barber. My question is, who the hell are they pushing here? Caitlin Vera? I don't know. Uh, MMA Genius asking, do I sing happy birthdays on my channel? Not at this point in time. Hammering Hog is saying, why? Who got that? I appreciate it, buddy. I appreciate it. God damn. Isn't Brett Rogers in jail for like beating up his wife or some shit? um, all right. You guys are having a conversation amongst yourself. Sammy P4O saying, I watch your YouTube all the time. Keep up the good work. Thank you, Sammy. Appreciate it. Appreciate everybody throwing your boy some love, especially with how much work your boy puts in. GX or Grasso Barber was fire. Yeah. I gotta give it up. I picked Grasso, Cash and Grasso, but gotta give it up to Barber for fighting that third round the way that she did. Gunny, I don't know why the fuck they're pushing Barber like she was really gonna be Valentina. Yeah. Young, she has a little bit of the looks. Kind of get it. Average Joe saying Blades has never attempted a sub in his UFC career, so why would he sub Lewis? Lewis could be just one of those hard guys to put away with like punches. You know what I mean? Like if he sees an opening for an arm triangle or something, I feel like he would go for it because like if the guy won't go out, why not try to choke him out? And don't try to tell me if Olenek couldn't do it with the scarf hold, that Blaze won't be able to do it. I don't know why Olenek was so stuck up on trying to get that scarf hold. Yeah, I mean, that was such a weird choke to try to get. He had the full mount completely open, ready to go. So I think it's a possibility. At plus 900, I think it's worth a little bit of a stab. Midnight saying they want TNA before the main events. Jim, my guy, Mr. Always 420 is hopping by saying, what's up? I appreciate you, brother. We up there. Andrew Hansen is saying any parlays need that money. So I don't have any official parlays that I've made for this weekend's event, but I do have this kind of crazy-ish parlay. So I put 250 on it to win. Let me see if I can find it. Shout out to Colbet once again. So I have a 8-leg parlay, $250 to win $3,500, $34.92 to be exact. I got Curtis Blades, Alexander Rakic, Islam Makhachev, Ketlin Vieira, Chris Daukaus, Sean Brady, Cyril Gahn, and Magomed Ankalaev. So that would tie your money, if it all hits, that would tie your money all the way up to March 6th, which I believe is UFC 259. So that's an 8-leg parlay over the next 3 events. That's the only parlay that I currently have any money on. So I hope that helps you out, Andrew Hansen. A plus is saying, "How did I hook up with Hal? With Sal? I almost called the motherfucker Hal." Um, there was a couple people I had hit me up saying that Sal was looking for an MMA guy. Some of them, hit me straight through the Twitter like timeline, and some people slid in my DMs. Are like, "Yo, Sal's looking for an MMA guy. You'd be great for the spot." So I just DM'd the dude, and I'm like, "Yo, what's good?" And he was down to work right away. So I'm like, "Shit, let's do it." So thankfully he's going balls deep into MMA and helping me out, and it's dope shit. Um, those late night streams are quite enjoyable. Yes. Jake C, when's the last time you've missed a UFC card live? Ooh, I'm not sure, man. Obviously, during COVID, it's been easy to just watch every single event. Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't miss a live event. It's fucked up to say, but yeah, I really can't remember the last time I missed a live event. I kind of treat it as work now too, right? Because if you stay active on Twitter while an event is on and you're tweeting, um, you'll get more followers, your exposure grows, right? So it's kind of like me going to a conference or some shit where I know all of these people are going to be on Twitter at the exact same time. Let me kind of take advantage of that and see if I can grow my following off it, and it works. Even if it's a losing night or a winning night, I'm still out there, and more people are starting to recognize and hop on with your boys. So that's kind of the game here, right? Like, obviously, I want to be a great handicapper, I want to be a great content creator, but the more eyeballs you reach, the more people you touch metaphorically, um, the more successful you'll be. And I feel like I've made a lot of good relationships thus far with fans, as weird as that is to say. I can't believe I can say I have fans, but people are like, legit, I'm a fan of yours. And again, it's so surreal to me still. But yeah, I want to create as many of those relationships as possible, and hopefully, if your boy ends up, making it, and it's to a certain extent, I still want to be in touch with those people that talk to me on a regular basis through the DMs, or even through the people that are on my Discord channel. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to lose touch with those people because we're here right now. Who knows where we'll be in the next 5 years? And I feel like I got in at the right time as well. Like, I've been in the game maybe 2.5, 3 years now, and now with gambling picking up on you know, every so often there's a new state that legalizes it. And every couple months I get a new message from somebody else like, yo, I started gambling on MMA because fucking, my state legalized it. I'm gonna hop on with you, and you seem like a good dude that knows your shit. You'll call a solid dog every now and then, and hopefully your lock and night plays are more hitting more than the losing, and I'll stick with you. So I'll try to keep up my part. You guys keep up your part, and this is going to be a great relationship. Hammering Hog, one question: why doesn't Clint join Bleed, Cody, and Guru stream as his fifth opinion? That'd be sick. I think that's a lot of people. Personally, I think 4 is the sweet spot because we're already hitting like 2 hours on our streams, right? And I don't know if like some people are already complaining that it's too long. So yeah, 5 would be a little bit too much. You guys get enough Clint on the Mondays. And I think, well, he does all of his like Totals Madness and After the Wayne as well. So you guys get a lot from him. And then obviously you guys get me and Cody Thursday, Friday. But yeah. Andrew Hansen, I think I already dropped you a parlay, so I hope that helps. Again, apologies. I'm going to be sifting through some of these. uh, Gunny is saying that Gon will be Rosenstrike. People just don't know how good that man is. Yep, I think I got Gon there, and I don't mind him at that chalk odds. I think he's the much better fighter here, and I think his movement should help him stay away from the power of a Rosenstrike. Mr. Always 420, when you went to Saskatchewan, did you miss a card? No. I. Ooh, good point. I think I missed it live, but I still watched it that night. Like I still watched it on my phone. Good point. God damn. Jim knows much better memory than me. Pumas Pix is saying, how are we feeling about Lil Bro as a hobby's comeback? I know he's a training partner of yours or somebody that you've been around. I don't know. Draco seems interesting. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't been super impressed with Zahabi. I truly think it's a name rub from him. MMA consultant is saying, I'm thinking of betting Nate to train, Castaneda and Daukus. Which one you feel better about? I might hammer Daukus hard. I haven't fully studied the Nate and Castaneda fights, but I do like Daukus, and I think I'll be playing him. I'm not going to hammer him, as I feel like there's some question marks still, but I'd probably, like, if he once he reaches minus 150, I'll probably hit him for a unit and a half there. Madison Minas, I'm just trying to get a grasp on exactly what you do. I'm a handicapper. I'm a content creator. I give gambling and betting advice. Is that not what it is? I have. Oh, I see some more. Armand Sohi, thanks for touching me. I'm glad. I'm glad I'm touching you. Jake C is saying good points. I can definitely see how you can easily grow your base while the events are happening. Yep. Any hot takes on O'Neal Dobson? I got O'Neal, but I think it's a little bit too chalky. I just wanted to get back to this Madison Mina question. I do have put out official picks, but what I kind of sell is like I have a $5 a month Patreon where I drop, my breakdowns. I drop a best bets and props article, obviously all my official picks per se, and I got a couple other perks on there as well too. But I'm I know I'm not one of the better, like the best guys out there in terms of like units accrued, but I know that my reads are super top notch, and like I can call dogs like the Marino Rodriguez's or the Jake Colliers or the Derek Brunsons. Like I know my reads are there. So what I'm selling more so is my prediction on my reads and the ability to support me to continue to do that. And I feel like a lot of people respect your boy. I feel like I've built enough transparency and honesty to warrant that. Appreciate the question. And gone about to outclass Jairzinho bad. Yeah, that's kind of what I think as well too. I do think that like I wouldn't be surprised to see him go grapple. I wouldn't be surprised to see him, clinch fuck him or whatever the fuck. But yeah, I think Gon beats him pretty much everywhere. MMA Genius saying, how do you get likes on Twitter? I can't get shit. I have like 400 impressions. Just keep tweeting. That's it. Just keep tweeting. It will come. It took me a while, but once it starts to build, it's more exponential than it is as slow as it originally started. Acai Fueled Mountaineer saying Gon is overrated. I have question marks about him, so I'll give you that. But I think this fight against Jairzinho is going to be easy for him to win. I actually bet against Gon when he was going or scheduled to go up against that guy from PFL, Anti Delija or whatever. I got like plus 500 on the guy, and I thought that was great value. And that guy brought like a wrestling type of style to the cage, and that's something we haven't seen Gon truly go up against yet in the UFC. So I'd be surprised. I'd be interested to see how that looked, and I was more than happy to take the shot at plus 550. Gunny saying like the man legit pointed out former Sexton was a rap. Got his 245 like a lightweight, hits like a tank. With a variety of weapons in his arsenal, Rosenstrike in trouble. I agree. Oh, where you guys at? Holy crap, you guys are killing it. Best part of having UFC do clips on betting odds as well. Yep. Finally. You guys are tearing it up. Henry Augustine replace Bleed and Grew with Clint. Nah, man, I can't be disrespecting those guys. They bring perfect chemistry to the ingredients that we got there. Pumbaa is saying this poster here. This is UFC 113, my first ever UFC event I went to, featuring one of my favorite fighters of all time, Shogun Rua, capturing his title after knocking out Lyoto Machida. After that, I was like all in. Like, I'd say up until that point, I was a casual of MMA. Then when I went to go watch that live, I was all in. Madison Mima, I do both. Patreon is where you guys find me. The link is not in the description below, but I will add it there. But yeah, Patreon, and then I do streams and podcasts as well. All right, I'm going to wrap this up shortly. My throat can't take it anymore. Hammering Hog. Yes, I did see this comment as well too. Honestly, you motherfuckers on the chat are so savage because sometimes I'm trying to keep my face like not from laughing, dying from half the shit that I read in the comment section. You guys are just awesome. 420 is always saying, we mentioned it earlier. Acai Fueled Mountaineer, me and you are on the same wavelength right there, my friend. Vandera, I think he's gonna get shut down in this fight. I don't think we'll get much out of him. Mr. 420 is saying he has some posters and a shirt to bring. I'm waiting, bro. I'm waiting. Tristan, yes. I got Spivak over Vandera. Probably not at those odds, though. Gunny is absolutely right. Don't bet money line O'Neal fight. Finesse God, yes, I am Canadian. I'm up in Toronto. Yes, Asai, that's the guy that I was gonna bet on against Gun and did bet. Mitch Tomes is asking, would you consider heavyweight MMA the same as women's MMA betting wise? I'm not. I'm so torn about that women's MMA narrative. Like, I don't know. I think it's all the same. I think you just got to, be firm with your tape study, with your reads, and look at trends and shit. Yeah. Yeah, my guy just told us about it. Where is it? Yeah, plus 450 is right. I think I got closer to plus 550. Fender Jazz, what's up, buddy? I only had 2 fights, picked wrong, but fucked up almost all my bets. Think I'm striking more. Yeah, sticking to more straight bets. That's a good idea. I did pretty well. I pretty much swept. My only loss was a .2 unit stab on Diego Lima to win by decision at plus 1150. But, cashed on lock that I play, which was Usman and a couple parlays. Who's my dog? Oh, I had the under 2.5 in the Poliana Vienna fight, plus 180. Yeah, it was a great card. Can't complain. Pumbaa's picks is absolutely right. Delija was more dangerous than Rosenstrike is. Gunny is right. If you know your content is good and stuff people need, keep getting it out there and eventually will catch fire. Yes. I feel like I've caught a flame. Now it's just a matter of time. Pumbaa already addressed that UFC 113. No, this one was in Toronto. Or sorry, Montreal. This was before it was even legal in Ontario. Bleed grew on him and grew as a big prodigy. Yeah, those guys are awesome. All right, I'm gonna get out of here in about 5 minutes, so I'll just wrap up with you guys. Got here, just want to catch up. Y'all are jokes. I love that. I love the community that's made in here. Jim, I'm already lit. Pumbaa is saying, "How many UFC cards have I gone to?" I've gone to like 20. I've traveled a lot for them. Went to Vegas once for this one here is actually this thing right here is my ticket to UFC 194, the night that Aldo got starched by Connor. I've traveled to Philly, New Jersey, Chicago, Indianapolis, Montreal, obviously. I was at the Calgary one as well too. The first one they did, shit card, but I was there. But yeah, I've been to a ton, man. I want to go to at least, man, like I used to go to at least one or two every year, but it's been a while, obviously. Andrew Hansen is asking Charles Rosa by decision. Who's he fighting again? Charles Rosa. Oh, Derek Minner. I think he could finish Minner as well. I'm not sure decision. I think he could finish him. I haven't fully studied up on it, but yeah. Correct pronunciation of tomes. I'm a stickler. Like Anik, I'm a stickler for pronunciations as much as possible. Sick. Pumbaa asking about Pat Sabatini. I haven't looked into that fight yet. We'll do so tomorrow. Gunny is saying I just got hip to Guru. That last card he is legit. Call the fights just how I saw them playing out. Yeah. He's a G as well, man. He's been around the game for a while. Especially for YouTube. Yep, make sure you guys go follow Pumbaa. I actually met the kid one time when I came to Montreal to drop him a mug. I hope you still have the mug. Is it a mug or a hat? I don't remember. I remember meeting you in Montreal. But yeah, give him a follow. Solid dude. Roberto Lopez, you're on every fucking stream, and I'm not sure how, but I appreciate it. Tristan is asking bong chops or J's. I'm a J guy. Bongs make me my throat's already fucked, and I smoked a J, so I'm more of a J guy. Mitch Tomes is saying Blades, Gun, and Daukus plus 150. Not a bad spot. Gunny's saying I've been to Indy. Yes, I have. I went to when the night Carlos Condit fought. Fuck. Martin Kampman. Main event headline of a fight night. It was a Wednesday night. We were staying in Chicago. And then on the Saturday night was Ben Henderson versus Anthony Pettis in Milwaukee for the pay-per-view. So we went to both of those events. Fucking dope. And Pumbaa's only been to an Ottawa one. Appreciate you stopping by, Jeannie. You should be sleeping, dude. Don't you have school in a couple hours? Jeez. Madison is saying, yeah, no Sterling. I haven't dug into that one yet, but my pre-tape lean is Yan. Average Joe asking, is Pena live versus close? I haven't dug into that tape yet either, but I'm thinking this is a fight that close should win. Pumbaa saying that was a fun stream. Pumbaa, he got that send me location lock of the night mug. That's just solid. Yes. You guys are awesome. A plus is asking social or solo. Like when I'm with my boys, I'll burn with them. Obviously, this COVID thing, but I like to burn almost every night. Like after when I'm just taping, I'm not recording. I'll burn. But if I'm recording, I can't burn because then you guys will get this shitty voice. Um, and I obviously don't feel like I'm doing my best if I'm baked and recording my podcast. So I'll never do other than Locky late night. I don't do any streams or anything like that baked. Can't do it. That's why I created Locky late night because I wanted to do streams and talk to you guys while baked. Yes, bongs do fuck me up. Even when I was in college, I just couldn't handle bongs. Like it made me choke bad. Madison Mina is saying, Izzy or Yan. I lean Izzy. Not sure if I'll bet it though. Pumbaa is asking, we are rooting for Arlovsky 100% because he beat an old teammate in his last fight. Yeah, I like Arlovsky here. I think he's worth a shot. Let's see. I was pondering the possible future battle engagements, and I chopped up a good bit at the thought of a Jones Gone rivalry. If career trajectories are on target for both men, it seems inevitable. Ooh, that's a lot of high potential for Cyril Gahn. We still need a couple of questions answered there, but yeah, that would be good shit if Gahn actually holds up there. I'm taking Jan by second round KO. It's always 420 around here. Fuck yeah. I like Jan as well too. The guy's a beast. Gonna be tough to beat him. Puma saying, ever tried weed oils? Those help me focus on taping. I have like the pen. That's really about it. I'll hit that every now and then. I prefer doing things not baked though. But yeah. Burn just enough for the window to appear. That shows you how fight plays out. Yeah. All right. I appreciate you guys hopping on. You guys are awesome. Uh, all right. I appreciate you guys hopping on. This is dope. I'm gonna get back to doing some tape. Then I'm gonna call it a night because I got work at 7:30 a.m., which is about 5.5 hours from now. God, I can't wait to leave that place. But yeah, appreciate you guys dropping by. I don't know when I'll do the next one. I'm never committing to an actual time of when I'm doing these, but the thing you can guarantee is it's always going to be after midnight. Just saying. So maybe I'll try to do one next week. Hammering Hog is saying, "Do I watch UFC events baked?" Yes, I do. That is something I definitely got to do. All right. See you guys. Podcast will be out tomorrow evening. I'll also be recording the DFS show tomorrow evening to come out for Thursday afternoon. And then Thursday evening, propping you up. Friday, final weigh-in stream, 9 p.m. Eastern. Saturday, regular fight day stream at 1 p.m. Eastern. And I'm not sure if I'm going to do a pre-lock show on Sal's channel again, at least for this upcoming one. I think we're just going to be keeping it for pay-per-views, but we'll see. Nothing set in stone yet, but that's the rest of my schedule. All right. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate you, Madison Mina. I'm gonna fuck it. If you guys want to check out the Patreon, patreon.com slash MMALOTN. That's the best way to support your boy. Otherwise, subscribe, like the video. Peace out. See you guys throughout the week.